So hi Pisces, I already started recording your reading and it cut off, okay? So I've already pulled the card for what's behind you, which is the Six of Pentacles, and the additional guidance card, which is the Here and Now card. So the Here and Now card speaks about not living in the past, which is all these wands that we carry on our back, by the way, or living too far in the future, which is the cause of all our anxiety, but being very much present to the unfolding moment, okay? So feeling very connected with the earth, I find the Here and Now card, and being very much your own person. So sometimes Pisces energy, because it's a planet of merging, very often we forget our own boundaries. And I don't know about you Pisces, but as Pisces moon, I'm constantly struggling with that sense of being a defined human being in my own right, okay? So what is behind you is the card of the Six of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the gift. The Queen of Swords is a challenge. The King of Pentacles is how other people are showing up for you. Awful lot of earth here going on. Two of Swords as the central issue, and the Emperor as the outcome. Very strong, powerful male energy showing up. I'm going to start right at the beginning. The Six of Pentacles is behind you. The Six of Pentacles is a card about mutuality and reciprocity. Sometimes it is a card about the flow of money. So it might be someone's coming for you for some financial support, or you need to give someone else some financial support. Ultimately, both are the same, because sometimes it's us that's in need and other times it's other people. To live in a state of flow and reciprocity is to understand that changing dynamic of life, okay? So the Six of Pentacles might be about you being generous, helping someone out, someone might be helping you out, or it might just be a card about being in connection with someone else. Because it's an earth sign, what it's calling for is a state of authenticity, and truthfulness, but the Queen of Swords is the challenge. So the Queen of Swords as a challenge is about being in the truth, being in clarity. The Queen of Swords has got 360-degree vision. She knows, she just has this knowledge, but she is a challenge, and what she stands for is truthfulness. And because of the Six of Pentacles behind you, I think there's a relationship dynamic here that some straightforwardness needs to be brought to. The Queen of Swords can also be an air sign person, male or female, because you've had the King of Swords for the last few weeks. So it can be an air sign person, that's a challenge, and there's a feeling of things being a little bit unbalanced in the dialogue between you. So this could come across sort of anyway, okay? But the central message to me when the Queen of Swords shows up, the Queen of Swords stands in her truth. That's how she's the queen. But she's a challenge here. Wonder why she's a challenge. Why is the Queen of Swords a challenge? The Judgment card is appearing. So the Judgment card is a card of rebirth. It works hand in hand with the Death card, because that's what a life cycle is, death and then rebirth. So the Judgment card is, there's something about something coming back from the dead, okay? It's the card of rejuvenation and rebirth, but it is the challenge. And it seems to be connected with that Queen of Swords, which is about communication and honest, genuine communication, because in this Six of Pentacles, sometimes the scales are out of balance, which means there might be a relationship dynamic that needs a little bit of readjusting. The gift is a Ten of Pentacles, which looks like there's very good financial news coming your way. A 10 is a completion card, which means something's coming to full fruition. So it started as an ace and you worked on it, and now this is the fruition of the Ten of Pentacles. It's also about having enough to share, because the chest is open, which means there's a feeling of generosity and giving to this Ten of Pentacles, okay? And it's the gift. Again, could be someone giving to you, or it could be you giving to them. Really according, if you look at the energy, so the energy of the soul, it's exactly the same energy, okay? So the King of Pentacles is how other people are showing up for you. Again, there's an awful lot of earth energy here. What's the King of Pentacles? This could be an earth sign person, by the way. So this person, or this quality of energy, is appearing in your relationship lives. The King of Pentacles in his shadow side, very, very, very slow moving, okay? There's a sort of joke that he moves about twice a year. So can be a very stubborn, very fixed energy. That is the shadow side of the King of Pentacles. In his light, he's very, very solid, very straightforward, a very, very good-hearted energy, the King of Pentacles. This is who's showing up for you in your relationships. And because it's under the Six of Pentacles, there might be some energy around working with this king to resolve something that's been a bit out of balance. Even though the Queen of Swords and the Judgment card is the challenge, which means you're not going to get to the final outcome, but it's about moving forward a bit at a time, okay? I always say, if you move forward like 2 millimeters and you just start to break through stuck places, that is all we ever need to do, okay? Transformation isn't about moving a mountain. It's about these little parts of our life where we change the habit, where we open up a little bit more, where we try and be authentic a little bit more, that really, really brings in change. The Two of Swords is the central issue, which is a card of waiting, and it might be to do with that King of Pentacles because it's such a slow moving energy. And what you're waiting for seems to be some sort of resolve, some sort of clarity. But it looks like with the Two of Swords, which is a card of feeling that you're at a stalemate, it's not a bad card. Its traditional meaning is called peace. It's one of my favourite cards because she's got a golden blindfold on her, Pisces. So it's not a forced energy. It's an energy of being really at peace within your own being, which is very lovely to see, Pisces. The outcome is the Emperor. This could be a fire sign person in your life who's showing up. But the Emperor is also, he's one half of a couple, okay? The other half is the Empress. So it's about female and male. The Emperor goes out to make things happen in this world. That's his job. He goes out to build new structures, to build new businesses. He's got this staff and he's got his eye on his goal, the Emperor. And the Emperor's goal is always a number 4. So it's all about stability and security and building new structures, which is very interesting. And I know they're different signs, but the King of Pentacles isn't far off that. And in some ways, the reason why the King of Pentacles moves so slowly is because he's so he's so sort of attached to his structures. What's the Emperor saying here? But this is about setting your eye on a goal and going after it, because that's what the Emperor does. I mean, standing in between the two of you is the Two of Swords, which is a card of feeling at stalemate, but it's not really. It's only a card of being at stalemate if you're trying to push the river. If you're really in your Pisces energy, the trick to Pisces energy is always to be in the energy of flow, by the way, because naturally all the rivers go to the sea anyhow. It's about getting out our own way. And that's why the Two of Swords card is peace. It doesn't work to push anything. It doesn't work to make anything happen. What is this Emperor doing here? Because the Emperor's got a goal. And his goal isn't to do with relationships, by the way. His goal, again, is to go out and build structures. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing up here. So there's an awful lot of earth energy. And the Emperor is with the Ace of Pentacles. So he's got his eye on this ace. This could be a new financial opportunity coming your way, by the way. It might come through this Emperor. And basically the ace is what leads to the 10, which leads to more prosperity and more abundance, because there's an awful lot of energy around earth. You've got 4 cards around looking after the practical parts of our life, making the ace flourish, building, manifesting, prosperity basically. But there's also this energy of not forcing the river. You don't need to force the river, Pisces. When we're in our power, we don't have to force anything. I'm not saying we don't have to act, but we don't have to force. That's the negative side of the world that we are transiting out of, okay? But there's something to do with communication here. Maybe there's been some sort of fallout with someone and you don't feel that you've got to the other side of that yet. And it could be with this Queen of Swords energy. There's some sort of communication, and there's something that's not being fully straightforward. It's not fully been brought into, and I call it the light, but that's not a cliche, because when we bring a shadowy energy, we bring it out into the solution. And there seems to be something around, it's something to do with a relationship here. It's something to do with, maybe some Pisces have got some sort of boss who's a complete bitch, by the way, because the Queen of Swords can be that way. And really what's happening here is having this energy is pushing you to become the Emperor and to get hold of that ace and go forward and build it, okay? Because the Queen of Swords as a challenge can also be someone who's not in her truth. She's cut off from her heart. But if you begin to see the world as everything's for you, so this toxic boss is a way to force you into the other side of the fish that's going towards Aries, and it's forcing you into your own power to go and look for another job, to go and build a new business, to go and start some new project. And there's definitely an energy of waiting, but remember, Pisces, as a Pisces, you receive guidance, okay? Because Neptune and Pisces in everyone's birth chart represents how we receive the guidance about the way forward. So we don't go out and force it. We take a step back and we allow it to come forward. So for any of you who's got a toxic boss, I get you. But if you see her as, you know, a pearl, and the pearl's got a grain, and it's that grain that forces us to grow, then that toxic boss is actually an angel and not a demon, okay? Okay, loads of love, Pisces. Speak to you next week. Bye.